The European Commission wants to increase budget revenues by another €66 billion. Receipts for the budget set for the 2021 to 2027 are based on VAT collected by member states, customs duties, and direct contributions from member states. The EU budget is starting to fail. If there is no agreement on new EU taxes or an increase in member contributions, it potentially gives Poland, which will get its way by saying no, a huge leverage. The European Commission wants to introduce new taxes, including a border carbon tax, plus plans to increase member states' contributions and adjust the ETS. The proposal to increase the financial framework by €66 billion. The money is to be mostly for aid to Ukraine. Part of the money will also be used to repay Brussels' obligations under the EU Reconstruction Fund. Not a single euro from the Reconstruction Fund has been received by Sweden, the Netherlands, Ireland, Poland and Hungary. There is a problem with repayment because interest rates in the EU have risen. The increase in interest rates is one of the effects of the global financial crisis, for which experts cite the COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Ukraine as causes. According to Eurostat data, while poverty levels are rising in Europe, they are falling in Poland. In 2022, the rate of people at risk of poverty in Romania was 34%, in Bulgaria 32%, and in Greece 26%. The Czech Republic, Slovenia and Poland fared best in this comparison. In fact, when it comes to fighting poverty, the last few years in Poland have seen great improvements. The 500 Plus programme, for example, is one part of this effort. The main problem in Europe today is a question of how to allocate those funds that we have within the EU budget. In my opinion, we all the time allocate too little of these funds for the real construction of a modern economy that can compete with the leaders, primarily the United States. But the European Commission's decision to increase contributions and impose new taxes must be made unanimously. The principle of unanimity applies, which means that such a decision must be made jointly. The European Commission's proposal to expand its own resources package, according to Tomasz Sakiewicz, is a curiosity, as Poland still has not received funds from the Reconstruction Fund. It seems that all these circuses around the rule of law, non-payment, delay, still had a second bottom. The bottom line was the lack of money in the EU budget. The EU is, moreover, as a result of disastrous policies, and completely insolvent. And now it wants to impose new taxes while at the same time not guaranteeing us to pay this money. This is utter impudence. The National Reconstruction Plan was approved last year. However, Poland is still waiting for money from the Reconstruction Fund. Almost 160 billion zloty is at stake.